Hey, good afternoon, everybody here in the UK. I imagine that many of you watched Piers Morgan last night and saw the clacker for Randy Andy, Lady Victoria Hervey, just making an absolute fool of herself in the face of plain speaking and common sense by Virginia's dad. I mean, she comes on there with these pathetic pictures, photos, claiming dimensions people couldn't possibly fit within these dimensions. Totally asinine. And then Virginia's dad comes on and just subtly puts the smack down upon her with just some plain speaking truth. But let me show you, if you did not have the joy of seeing Lady Victoria extol her evidence of the photos she took when she went undercover into Glenn Maxwell's property, posing as a buyer, none of the less. Touting for the Queen's favourite son, who's probably just trying to bury his head in the sand right now and wishing Lady Victoria would go away, who is vicariously speaking to him through Fergie. She is claiming he's probably like, can we just let it lie? Stop, Lady Victoria. I just want to put this behind me. Go away, cruel woman. All right, so let me play some of this so you can see with your own eyes the gall of this snob. Here we go.
When she was 17 years old.
Do we have a picture of the actual Daily Mail one? Because the scale, or here it is, but it's...
Right,
yeah.
but with Ghislaine Maxwell in the background. It's a famous, infamous picture now.
Yeah.
And the point of the picture being that appeared to have them all in the house in London around the time that this abuse was said to have taken place. Okay? Now, what is it that you've done about this picture to try and, as you put it, investigate?
Yeah, I just want to set the scene for what happened on this night. So it was actually the coldest week since the 1960s at that point. It had been raining all day. You can look this up in the weather. Freezing. The window wasn't like, that window would never have been open, number one. They would not have been wearing these clothing. She wears this outfit in Saint-Tropez a couple months later. They were not at Tramp nightclub. There were no photos of them at Tramp nightclub. He doesn't drink. Andrew has never carried a wallet in his...
Like she's got proof of any of that. She's one of those psychopaths, the sanctimonious psychopath, who just talks with absolute certainty in her nonsense.
His life. He's got a wallet in his back pocket. There's many pictures of Giuffre Epstein with the same trousers. Giuffre did carry a big wallet in his back pocket.
So you're saying the picture was faked?
Like any of that, if she was in a court of law, like any of that would be, oh yes, case dismissed, Lady Victoria Hervey. That's such strong evidence.
There's nothing real about this image, Piers. We can start with when I did go into the house.
So tell me, so when did you first go into this property?
A year ago.
And how did you get access?
I posed as a buyer.
So they're selling it?
Yeah.
Who owns this property?
Now it's on the market, but it wasn't on the market.
Well, who is the owner now? I mean,
I don't know.
Has it changed hands a few times? Do we know the...
No, so it was sold, it was only sold once. And he's now actually got it on the market.
Okay, so we're watching footage of you. You went in with a friend, I think, and this is you walking through the house. Now, what is the
Now, I too have been to the property. We got the cleaner to open the door. I was not allowed in the house, but we got as close as we could possibly get. That video was removed. I've got it on my Rumble, I think.
Significance of what you think you discovered on this trip? Because you've been in there twice.
You're going to see this landing, which I got photos of, but that's the landing. Like it's so small, Piers, that you don't, if people would actually be able to get access to that house. Literally, I walked up the stairs and we couldn't even find this landing because it's so tiny. Like you walk up, I was with two people. I was with a photographer friend and another person. And I've known the photographer for 30 years. We did a shoot together when I was about 18. And he's kind of helped me on this project a bit over the last 2 years, doing some interviews and things with witnesses. When we got up there, it was like this bit here. So he is only 5 foot.
So we're showing pictures here. This is one of your friends.
Yeah.
Who is standing where Andrew
so
was
he's
standing. What's the point you're making
I'm
there?
showing the scale. So he's 5'8", 5'9" at tallest with spiky hair. And he doesn't have a gap between him and the banister like Andrew does. It's like, okay, he's...
because he is sideways. He's sideways. Can she be serious? He doesn't have a gap. Look, Prince Andrew is sideways. It's like in martial arts, they teach you, stand sideways. There's not enough of you there to hit. Look at the guy she's got.
It's not totally on the side, but he's a lot of smaller guy than Andrew. You can't fit a man like Andrew and half of Virginia in that space. It's just not possible. Like this bit here.
Look, he is not sideways. You can see that perfectly well that you can fit Prince Andrew sideways, Virginia, who's tiny, and then Maxwell behind them. You can see from that image, they fit perfectly. She is clutching. And I just got smashed, zapped off my own live stream. Let me go back. I'm watching it on my phone as well. All right, if you get zapped, hit the channel icon. It will take you right back. We're just getting, ever since we started reporting on Virginia, every live stream is getting zapped like this. Nothing suspicious there, folks. And many of you are experiencing it. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Lady Victoria Hervey is correct. You cannot fit a sideways Prince Andrew into that area. Put a 2 in the chat if you think she's talking utter poppycock. She's got her guy mostly facing forward to make it look like there's no space. How could she even have the gall to go on Piers and make this claim? Wow, she must be getting paid a lot.
It's only.
So that's the camera.
So this banister here.
Camera 3.
This is 60 centimeters only. Do you know what 60 centimeters? If we had a measuring tape to show you how small that is, I mean.
So let me ask you a question.
They're basically making him out like he's anorexic.
Okay, look,
like, I couldn't fit in there with another girl.
At the very least, this is actually interesting because I've never seen independent pictures taken of this area.
No one has seen this picture, by the way.
Which is very interesting, right?
Yeah.
So my question for you is, if, as you say, it's very easy to at least cast a lot of doubt over this picture, which was the key crux of the evidence against Andrew.
Piers, why aren't you saying she's casting doubt by having someone face forward instead of sideways? Simple as.
Why did Andrew end up paying a reported $11 million?
Well, he didn't have these pictures, did he? Until like
oh, he didn't have my pictures. I'm so clever. Oh. I'm a Lady Victoria Hervey. Slobbering all over Fergie right now. Come on, Fergie. Let's get these pictures out there. Oh.
But he could have got them, surely.
You know what? I think he was given really, really bad advice. So this shows the measurements.
So that's the camera again.
So actually, like when you zoom in on that, you can actually zoom in and it's 61.
Just notice the baubles on her sleeves. She's like half Christmas tree right now.
Inches all the way across. Now that corroborates the information we got on video when we measured.
Oh, look, picture of a tape measure. Therefore, I am correct.
we have the same basically.
So your overview is what? Is that
Let's go back to that tape measure picture again, because I've got something to say there. Let's see, where is it?
So this here, so this shows the measurements.
Show that to the camera again.
So actually,
right. So look at all
like when you zoom in on that, you can
look at all that space right there for Prince Andrew to be sideways, for tiny Virginia to be here, and for Maxwell to be here. Perfectly ample.
And actually zoom in, and it's 61 inches all the way across. Now that corroborates the information we got on video when we measured. We have the same basically.
So you're over.
She's obviously never been on the London Underground when it's completely full, and people have to shove together to fit in, because you could fit 20 people into that space on the London Underground. Lady V.
Overview is what? Is that
my overview is that this is a collage. The
collage. Oh my God, she's on the Timothy Leary.
Also, Virginia says that this part of the photo, she says the photo was done with a throwaway camera. Now, a throwaway camera back in 2001 cannot do this perfect symmetrical, like, also the flash in the background, that is actually thought to be the light from the pub outside, but this is a collage. So it was this frame, and then they were collaged and basically put in, but their scale is about
okay. Does Prince Andrew know you've got this?
He
vicariously through Fergie. That's her connection to royalty.
Knows that. Well, I speak to his ex-wife,
Sarah Ferguson.
Yeah, and
you told her about these pictures.
She knows that I got into the house.
So Andrew knows that.
See how vague she is. Like, is that because they're paying her and she doesn't want people to know, or is that because she's desperately wants them to acknowledge her that she's got this wonderful evidence?
You've been in the house.
I suspect so.
And do they share your view that they think this is materially interesting evidence that may support his version?
I think anyone that sees this would think this is pretty interesting.
Tom,
in your own mind, Lady V, in your own mind.
Before I go to Maureen, what's your immediate reaction?
Well, the point is, where did these photographs originally come from? And as I recall, it was a Daily Mail journalist who found.
No. I got given these. Hold on. These are my photos.
You mean the original picture?
Oh, okay. So this is the other thing, right? So Virginia's photo, it was actually verified that actually the FBI never received a hard copy. They only got a copy put on a disc, so they never got to see the back of it.
Okay, Tom, do you just as a journalist, do you find this intriguing? Do you find it incredible?
As I understand the story, the original photograph.
They would have really short legs. They would have no legs.
You can mock up your photographs too. The point is that photographs clearly can be mocked up. The point
this is real. This girl's like 5'2".
Let Tom finish.
Yeah.
She had the photograph and she gave it to the journalist unsolicited. The journalist turned up at her door. It wasn't an FBI source. It was her photograph. And I believe it to be true. I don't believe.
It's sweet. It's sweet that you believe.
I believe it because I just don't see who would have the motive to construct.
That's what we all want to know.
Okay, well, you want to know because you don't believe it's true. I don't want to know because I just don't believe that there's anyone.
I want to know who put Giuffre up to this.
Let me just speak 1 second.
Sorry.
There's nobody who has the motive, in my view, to originally put in these three people as a collage, because what would be the purpose?
Also, her lawyer, David Boyd, said he was skeptical when he first met her, just because he's a lawyer and always is, but he made her take a polygraph and she passed with flying colours.
Well, possibly.
That's what he said.
But that is also possible because she's gone through so much trauma.
Okay, all right. Let me bring in the others. Maureen.
So, Virginia can't be believed, but you can, Lady Hervey, because you've not gone through so much trauma. Is that what you're trying to say? Anyway, Virginia's dad comes on this, and just in plain spoken language, you can tell he's being honest, puts the kibosh on her claims. And I don't think he's even seen what she said. Just with what's asked of him, brings out certain information to make her just seem like she's clutching at straws. So I'll forward it to where we bring in, here he is, where we bring him. We're going to be doing a lot on this story today. And I've also got an advocate out of Australia who's been researching kids SA, coming on in a separate stream in 12 minutes, who's got her own theory of Virginia's death. And then Ron's going to be covering a lot of this later on as well. But I'm going to bring in the part now where Virginia's dad comes onto the screen. So let's listen to this, what he says.
What I'm saying is...
Do you not, Victoria, do you not have any qualms about Virginia's family hearing you just dismiss everything about her as
I think
fake
Robert
and fraudulent?
Giuffre would agree with me.
What about her father, for example?
She was estranged from her mother and her father. She didn't.
Well, she wasn't estranged from them.
She was. She's earned 30 million, right? That is what she's worth. Her father, he came out a month ago saying he's basically on the dole, and he couldn't even afford a flight to Australia to see her.
Why would you say that in such a disparaging manner, if that's the case?
It's very sad. It's very sad that obviously, she didn't help the family, right? I mean, this father sounded desperate.
Well, look, we can clear this up because I'm going to be joined now exclusively by Virginia Giuffre.
Just as she's putting the dad down, here he is.
His father, Sky Roberts, who's giving his first
supported him.
Who's giving his first interview on camera about this. Mr. Roberts, thank you very much indeed for joining me on Uncensored, and my deepest sympathies to you and your entire family over what has happened to Virginia.
Thank you.
It's an awful tragedy, and it ends a life of tragedy in many ways for your daughter. First of all, tell me about your reaction when you heard that she'd taken her life.
Well, first of all, I couldn't even believe it. I started crying right away. I'm still crying. I can't believe that this is happening.
I can't believe they've got that parasite on the same screen as him. How disrespectful.
It's impossible. And then for them to say that she committed suicide, there's no way that she did. Somebody got to her.
Let me just ask you, Mr. Roberts, how much contact did you have with Virginia in recent years?
Not a lot. I haven't spoke to her in years, but I think that she basically liked to try to protect me because she knew a lot of things about a lot of powerful people. And to me, she's just protecting me that I don't get involved in any of it. Like I say, when she was here, we were together all the time and doing a lot of things together. She was on her own to go against Giuffre Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Prince Andrew. She was on her own this whole time. I'm not saying it's a way to earn money or anything, but she's just trying to make these people pay for what they did.
Did she?
Well said.
Did she ever talk to you about Prince Andrew before it became public knowledge?
Yes, a little. Yeah, she was there in London with Prince Andrew and Miss Maxwell.
Because one of my other guests here in the studio in London has produced photographs from the property where that infamous picture was taken of Virginia with Prince Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell in the background, and says that it proves to her
you can't
that the picture must have been faked in some way. But do you have any doubt that Virginia was there at the time?
Can you believe she's trying to talk over him with her claptrap? How disrespectful. Grieving the loss. This woman is relentless. Does she have no emotional intelligence?
And had sex with Prince Andrew?
Personally, I don't have proof of it, but Virginia sent the original picture, so I know it wasn't faked. but the original picture of Prince Andrew and her with Ghislaine Maxwell in the background. So
Virginia sent the original picture at the time before all this blew up. He'd seen the original picture. There you go, Lady V. You were just destroyed.
I know that's true that she did. She was there with him.
She showed you that picture, did you say?
Yes. My mom had an 8x10.
And when did she first show you that?
Many years ago when it happened.
But before it became public knowledge?
Yes. I knew nothing.
Yes. Brilliant. Well done, Sky.
Nothing about it. I mean, I didn't even know she was, doing all these things for Giuffre Epstein.
How did you feel when you discovered that?
I was really angry with Giuffre Epstein because she had told me later on that, he had threatened that if she had said anything, that he had the power to do anything he wanted to her family. I mean, I met Giuffre Epstein. I wouldn't let her go to work for him unless I met him. But he seemed like a normal person. I mean, he came out, I went to his mansion, and he came out in jeans and a t-shirt and just acted like a regular person. So I had no idea. I mean, you don't know who you're talking,
And
I'm just still upset about this thing.
And Virginia never told you about the abuse that she was enduring?
No, never. Nothing. I think
before.
I don't know.
Yes.
Like I say, if she was to say something,
the composite image.
No.
There was no.
But the point is, Mr. Roberts is saying no. But hang on, he's saying Victoria very clearly.
Again, she's just trying to protest her insane evidence, trying to interject with her insane evidence. Won't let it lie.
So
that she showed him the picture, before it was made public knowledge.
Before the mail got it.
Which I think is a significant statement by her father.
Can I ask you? Does he really remember dates?
Mr. Roberts, can I ask you in relation?